were in a room full of white people and told them why brands need black culture. Mm-hmm. So why do brands need black culture? I know that was like a 15-minute TED Talk, but I'm going to ask you a question. Here we are at AUC, and I'm with a very special entrepreneur. I had a chance to actually recapture him spreading his wisdom and knowledge to a group of other young black men here at the AUC Center in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to know, I know who you are, but who are you for people that don't know, and what have you been able to produce in your business and journey?
Sure. I'm Desmon Walker. I am CEO of a company named Narrative Digital Marketing, which is a digital marketing agency based in the city of Chicago. So what we did almost 5 years ago when we started the company, my co-founder and I, is we inserted ourselves into a space that often overlooks black culture. And so we found a lane that we've carved in that space that allows black culture to bridge with advertising and marketing from your big, corporate brands and conglomerates that we're accustomed to seeing as consumers, but more so bringing our culture into the space from a creative perspective, as well as helping some small everyday brands as well. So that's what we do in our everyday. But what makes today so special is that I came down to Atlanta, Georgia to speak to a class of men at Morehouse College, which was very, very meaningful to me to do so, given that oftentimes when I'm in the spaces in our industry, I don't see black boys or black girls for that matter. And so it was, to me, a responsibility to not just get on a Zoom call and have that conversation with them, but get in the same room as them and have that conversation.
Why do you think that is? You don't see black youth in your marketing space?
Well, number one, it's America. Number one, it's America, right? And so we know we don't have to go far when it's a room about entertainment or it's a room about professional sports. But too often, we're not where the real power and activity lies. And so advertising is something that we see every day, again, as consumers. But for whatever reason, America and corporate America still oftentimes undervalue black culture. And so whether it's from a talent perspective or it's an employment perspective, or in my case, an ownership perspective, there's still prime opportunity, I think, to bring people along. The whys are what they are, but I'm focused on running towards the problem of we need more black people employed in the industry. We need more owners. And how can I help usher somebody and bring somebody along?
When and how did you become aware of the power of black culture in general?
I became a lot more aware of the power of black culture.
And what is the power, really?
The power of black culture is everything, man. We move culture. Culture doesn't shift without us. We shift culture. We drive it. There's this saying amongst many circles that everything dope about America comes from black culture. Everything dope about America comes from black culture. So,
and I can see that. You have to, and people hear that like, oh, but if you dig deep enough,
yeah,
you can trace a lot back.
Exactly. So for me personally, Trey, when I came to, I think, truly understand the power of black culture in a business context is when I actually got to see people that looked like me in positions of authority, positions of power, but most importantly, positions of decision making. And that's when I said, okay, it is possible to be yourself, be who you are, how you talk, where you come from, what your life outside of the office or the workspace is, and bring that into the space in an authentic way that's still professional and still one that is intellectual, but it's us. So I love it.
Do you believe in, how would I say, calibrating for non-black, so let's say a white audience, like adjusting what you're putting out or how you're moving to make other group more comfortable in terms of like black culture?
I will say this. So
That ask that in the way you understand?
if I understand your question, well, I'm looking at it twofold, right? Number one, to empower black culture is not to remove power away from another culture or devalue it. It's just empowering what we know. You also have to be versatile. So you have to be able to, whether you're a marketer, an accountant, a wood cutter, whatever your vocation or discipline is in life, you still have to be able to go in rooms that you may be the only person in and still be able to adapt and be able to stand on firm legs and have something to say that people listen to and have something that you bring to the table that's valuable. That's something that is a value to everybody that look like you and I need to have. At the same time, though, easier said than done. There are dynamics that will put you in position where you question, should I use that ebonics that I use at home in this office or this meeting? There will be times to do that. There will be times that aren't, you know. When I'm at home, I use proper language too. I may switch it up. And then there may be times in a corporate setting where I'm like, nah, this is who I need to bring for this particular purpose. And it's not because I'm trying to flatter somebody else because of what their skin tone is or whatever it might be. That's just who I'm being. That's who I'm bringing.
You're not compromising. You're staying true to an objective, would you say?
Exactly. Don't compromise. Stay true to an objective. And
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to put words in your mouth. You kind of...
No, you got it, Trey. You got it. You my wordsmith, man.
So you said you did a speech, a TED Talk, which is that's awesome, man. That's one of my goals one day.
I appreciate it.
Timestamp this video till it happens.
I'll endorse you.
Okay, cool. What you said, you sat in front of you were in a room full of white people and told them why brands need black culture. Mm-hmm. So why do brands need black culture? I know that was like a 15-minute TED Talk, but I'm gonna ask you a question.
Brands need black culture because black culture drives broader culture. There's this common misconception, Trey, in the advertising and marketing space that says if you put a message out there, if you put a visual out there, that as long as you're reaching the masses, quote unquote, you covered your ground. The reality is you put a commercial side by side that speaks to an Asian audience with a black audience. There's going to be two different perceptions of that content. The same way if you put those next to a Hispanic audience and a white audience. There's even a different conception you can get from an African audience, from a black American audience. That's why brands need black culture in particular. The same way they need every other culture. But it's those micro segments that really move the needle, all together. Versus, as long as we're talking to America, we've done our job. We all come from different backgrounds, different complexities in life. You grew up how you grew up, Trey. I grew up how I grew up, even within the same culture. And so we react different. We purchase different. We respond different. And for anybody, any brand, any corporation that genuinely wants to get a customer or someone of their audience to believe that they care about them, you actually have to care. You have to care and bring that out in the creative.
You know what really amazes me in terms of like black culture and influence is that I've traveled internationally a little bit, and I have spent time places, and I'll hear non-blacks, sometimes non-Americans, often non-Americans, and I'm talking about internationally, that's why it's profound, use language I know it started in black culture. And I'll be like,
yeah,
how did that get from my culture to this country and out of your, I'll be like, I wonder if you know. where that came from.
Yeah.
It really, it's quite something to me, man, when I see that.
And that's why, Trey, what you just said, that's why it's important, extremely important to be unapologetic about recognizing black culture. It's not just about slavery. It's not just about the civil rights movement. It's about present day black culture and how it influences broader culture, as I said, because what happens when you try to change the narrative and the truth is that then the credit goes elsewhere. And we forget the origin. And then it's, as much as it's about getting credit, it's about understanding the why or where did that come from so that we can continue to influence it. So that's the way I see it, is we're not just around holding up black power fists in 2024 anymore or just for the sake of it, but it's about being proud of what we bring to the world and clearly to other cultures.
Yes, owning the impact. That's what I hear. I need to be a shirt. Own the impact. Give me credit.
That's catchy.
So you're a marketer, and that's a powerful thing, man. Being a marketer, isn't it?
I would say so. Being a marketer is a responsibility to bring all these different layers to the forefront.
Yeah.
Is taking a need, taking a problem, taking a situation, and figuring out.
You're a successful marketer, my bad.
I'm getting there. Okay. Trey, thank you. I'm flattered, man.
Okay.
We working. We're going to look back on this 20, 30 years from now.
Wow.
And be like, oh, it wasn't about what happened before the video. It's really been about what happened after it. At least I hope, God willing. But yeah, man, it's fun. I'm kind of one part creative, part strategy guy, part analytical guy. And so what marketing does for me and how it scratches my itch is, it brings all of those things together. So I'm like, hey, here's what we're doing, but here's how we're doing it. Here's the big idea. Here's the concept. Now let's bring it to life. Some people consider that creativity. I just consider that connecting the dots. So that's what I do.
So you said you're getting there. So what is success to you? How do you know when you're successful?
Trey, where's the hat with the questions in it that you keep asking, man? Is it just off the dome or?
Yeah.
Can you say that question again?
You said I'm getting there. When I said you're successful, and I said yeah. So I said, well, if you're getting there, what is success? When will you have gotten there? If you're not there now, what is success to you?
To me, success is best defined by how many.
The hat is behind you, by the way. That's where it is.
Oh, that's what that is.
No, it's no hat.
So to me, success is defined by how many more Desmond Walkers I develop, create, and leave behind on the planet. How many leaders do I create? Am I responsible for producing? Hov said, how many billionaires can come from Hov crib? And then he counted how many billionaires, either directly or indirectly, have come from his camp. From the LeBrons to the Rihannas to the whoever's, you know what I mean? Even creating a bunch of millionaires as a billionaire is a pretty big accomplishment. So going back to your question, the answer to what success means to me is how many other leaders do I produce while I'm still on this earth, and definitely well after. Some people call that legacy too. It might be. So,
well, I'm open to being one of those leaders. So, For sure. Yeah. I'm inspired by you. I mean, you mind if I share numbers of what you've been able to do? I know you said $500,000 a year.
We're doing about $500,000 a year right now in revenue. Started from zero.
Started from zero.
Yeah.
What has been how did you do that? Not like every step, but how did you do that?
The reality, Trey, is building a business, man, is a nightmare and a dream at the same time. And yeah, you got to be able to live both and stay persistent. Stay persistent.
That's good. I said that word earlier.
You did say persistent. Yeah.
I wonder if I planted that. I know it's probably true, but I'm either tapped in.
That was you. Said Trey on April 16th or 17th.
I was talking about, I was like, man, one of the things that's really stopped me from growing, I've looked back, it's just persistence. It's just not pushing through. But I'll make a separate video on that. Maybe I'll link it or something.
Yeah.
So to wrap up, what can you tell people about branding that can help them have a successful brand?
What I tell anyone that wants to have a successful brand, one that is not just here today, but here for a very long time after today, is figure out what the nucleus of a brand is. Figure out how you can reach out and touch someone else's world in a way that makes them a better person than they were before they were exposed to your product or your service.
That's good. Ooh, that's good.
Straight up. Branding is not a logo. Branding is not a color palette. Branding is not a typography. It is what you make someone feel. It's how you empower them. How can they be reminded to return to your door or return to your website or wherever else to do it again? And you just might get a financial incentive from a business perspective if you find a way to do all those things right. That's what branding is.
We need to be on CNN with that kind of answer, bro. That talk was good. It's great. And lastly, what is Desmond's word of wisdom that's helped him thrive in life?
I wouldn't call it wisdom, but I would call it motivation. And that's this thing.
Okay, that's cool. Word of motivation will work, you know.
It's this thing called no. Most people see no and they get demotivated. They run away. I run towards it. So 10 no's equal 1 yes in my world. Other than that,
it's a reframe.
It's a reframe, yeah. Very simply put, this doesn't come from one particular source, and it may even sound cliche, but it's the saying that success is where preparation meets opportunity. I'll say that again. There's this common saying that is success is where preparation meets opportunity and luck. I told a student today, I'm like, he's asking, what certifications should I get? What should I do, here or there in case I want to do this or that, but then I don't know if I'm going to do that. So how much of this should I do right now? I'm like, stop overthinking, man. Get what you can get done now. And then you'll know it when you see it. If you want to be a graphic designer or you want to be a photographer, whatever you want to do, stay in both lanes right now while it doesn't cost you anything. Keep learning. And then opportunity may knock and tell you which one to choose out the hat. So if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. That's what they say.
I'll take that as a word of motivation, and it sounds like a little wisdom to me, but it's all good. Hope you got something from this video and you apply it. Thank you for tuning in.
Give you a quick shout out, Trey?
Sure, of course.
I just want to thank you, my brother. We have known each other for less than 24 hours, man, and it's all
less than 12. Less than 12.
Less than 12. And it's simply because you answered the call, right? I'm talking about preparation meeting opportunity, and that's exactly how I found you. I came to town from Chicago on the look for a videographer to film the classes that I spoke to today. And lo and behold, through me being resourceful and looking on Twitter and you just grinding and raising your hand when you see a potential opportunity, I saw you on Twitter raising your hand for a different opportunity that was probably months ago.
Yeah. Which I was like, he ain't even go. All these people, he ain't gonna see this.
Jermaine Dupree put out a call to action looking for videographers that were based in Atlanta. And so as I'm looking at the replies, I'm going down, and I'm looking, and I'm looking for something that I see that I think I'm looking for, which is quality work. And I saw you responding, saying, "Hey, Jermaine Dupree, I'm the guy."
I tried to say something that was like true, but also like simple, but recognizable.
Yeah. Reached out late as hell at night. Got a response from you. I think I fell asleep after I sent you the text.
Yeah, it was like 3 a.m. and I was like,
I
was like, this man can't be trying to hire me if it's 3 a.m. and I don't know.
Well, the first text is like 10:30.
Yeah.
I fell asleep probably by 10:45.
Yeah.
You texted me within 40 minutes. By the time I woke up, it was 3 a.m. I'm like, yeah, I'm still looking. That's why I hit you up. Yeah. Let's do this. And we brought it together, man. So I think that's all just a testament to you and your nature, your habits that you're establishing right now, and the fact that you're hungry more than anything else. And so am I. And I can vibe with that a lot, man. That's a hustler's not only mentality, but a hustler's actions to be able to find me and come help out today, man. And I know this is one of them probably moments where we're going to look back after 10 years, however long, and whatever else we do next, like, damn, like, this is where we started, all because of that. So, appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, sir.
Perfect.
Can't wait to see
how can people reach you?
You can reach me on LinkedIn, Desmond Walker. You can reach me at email, desmond@neriton.com. You can reach me on social media, Instagram, Desmond Walker. Reach me at my company, Neriton. And if not, I'll reach you very soon.
I like that. That was good. This guy's good. I really enjoyed this interview, guys. I think you could tell. If you want to get connected to Desmond, I'm placing his information below. Otherwise, check out the next recommended video. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Much love. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.